Welcome to part 2 of Charlie's Edition, the Joy of Gay Sex series. Hope you guys took a look at my first part where we talked about cock size. And now my next topic is open relationships. Now, I have not really been in a true, real relationship, so I wouldn't really know about it. But it's a curiosity to me. It's like, why do some people have open relationships when they're with somebody they supposedly love, or maybe the sex isn't great or whatever, but why have an open relationship? Why not just be single? I mean, why get into a relationship with someone where you're intimate and you have feelings for them and all that, but you can turn around and you guys are both open to you meeting somebody else and having sex with that person, and then you come back home to that person you're really intimate with? That I just don't understand. Because, there's a big thing called jealousy, and maybe not everyone is jealous, but it's like, what if you're in that open relationship and you meet that other person and they wind up being the person you really want to be with, so you just totally oust the person that you were originally in the relationship with? I just say, why not just stick to being single if that's the case? Why get together with someone and then you want to be dating everybody else all at the same time as well? That I just don't understand. But maybe this topic, out of the Joy of Gay Sex book, will explain a little bit more to why people, either a straight or a gay couple, do open relationships. So, let's take a listen. Let's see. We humans have a harder time being faithful to our lovers throughout life. It's not that the long-term monogamy doesn't exist in gay relationships. It does, but not often. Many unproven theories explain why men, gay or straight, have problems remaining with one sexual partner. Evolutionary psychologists maintain that the cause is genetic. The effects of evolution over 10 years, or tens of thousands of years, starting with the cavemen. Their impregnating as many women as possible in the shortest time was the most efficient way of ensuring the propagation of the species. Most mammals seem to behave the same way. Feminists adamantly reject genetics and biological theories about anything, suggesting instead that our caveman behavior is the result of social learning and a patriarchal society and our ability to form intimate relationships. A form of them call us sexual pigs. Most men who are just entering into a love relationship assume or explicitly insist on sexual exclusivity. They only have sex with each other. An open relationship often occurs after years of being together. It takes many forms. Some couples will seek a third man for a threesome so that they're together when having sex with another man. The internet has made finding this person much easier nowadays. Other men prefer the relative anonymity of getting together at either a jerk-off club or a sex club. Now, threesomes, I sorta understand, I guess, because it's just like, having fun, spicing up your sexual life, but just like open relationships where you're kind of like dating other people at the same time or whatever, I don't get. If one partner goes away on business, both might have the freedom to trick, but there are generally rules about whether the one staying at home can bring a trick home. I don't want your trick in my bed. Many conflicts about tricking occur, including whether to adopt a don't ask, don't tell policy. There are minefields everywhere. Some lovers allow each other the freedom to occasionally trick in the belief that horniness is nothing more than an itch that has to be scratched, and does not imply failure in the relationship. This policy works best if sex between the lovers remains exciting. It is also less threatening to the relationship if the outside sex is anonymous, such as in steam rooms and bathhouses. I don't want to know is the most common response by that lover who doesn't trick that often, and generally that's a good choice. It's hard for any of us to keep our feelings about competition and abandonment under control while hearing the details of a lover's outside sexual encounters. One sometimes finds the lover who stayed home becoming intrusive by wanting to hear the graphic details of his beloved's sexual adventures. A voyeur to his lover's sex becoming sexually excited listening to the account. The lover could feel intruded upon unless it leads to sex between them. More often, however, it leads to the resentment in both. The voyeur may become angry because his lover has a different kind of sex with a stranger than at home, and the lover may resent the intrusion on his privacy and may also sense hostility. In fact, most, but not all, couples go through alternating periods of monogamy and tricking. For many years, the AIDS epidemic was a good reason for couples to maintain monogamy. The possibility of bringing home one or more STDs is still a good reason to avoid tricking. We have said this before, but it bears repeating. Do not steam upon your boyfriend's snail mail. Do not figure out his password to anything. Do not decide whether or not a profile on a sex board is his. Do not read his email. Do not listen to phone messages on his answering machine. If you suspect that he's tricking out, ask him. But he's prepared to have a real discussion about your feelings as well as his, about your feelings of envy as well as jealousy, about your fears as well as his. In other words, don't be a parent or a school mom. Be a loving friend. So that would be my biggest fear, is that sorry, the camera froze for a sec, I got scared. That you would be scared that, yeah, your lover would bring home a disease or an STD to you because they're out tricking, even though you're in an open relationship and you know what's going on. That I just could not have. Yeah, I would be a big jealous person about that. So, what do you think about this topic? Leave your comments, push the like button, let me know what you think. Also, check out the cock size video. Stay tuned for part 3 of Charlie's Edition, where we will talk about our final subject of the night. Holla!